last time you all fought a little boy named Johnny. I'm just kidding. Different session. That one shot was a lot of fun though.
That was a good time.
We did miss you, Charlie and Lauren. I hope that the week wasn't too stressful for you guys. But for Misfits to Morai last time, you fought a general of the Devils from the Nine Hells, General Maximus. And he had a couple of punches in him, but then you all had much better punches against him and wiped him and his little minions that came to his call. Handled him pretty easy. The biggest note from that is after he died, Lorelei did pickpocket him, but then also his form, as it kind of burnt away, more coins fell out, and you all met briefly Sharon, leader of the Boneyards, as he came and collected his due from a soul passing. And he acknowledged you all and kind of wandered back off. During all that, Caleb and Ishka were negotiating for soul coins and seeing prices. There's been a lot of different numbers thrown out, but it was 10,000 gold for a run-of-the-mill normal soul coin. But Caleb did have a special request of morally good souls. And though they found that amusing, they're like, well, that would take more effort because they don't actually vet souls in that way for their usage. So those would cost 15,000 gold. But then there was mentions of perhaps deals. They really liked the consideration of the souls in front of them and offered really generously in their way, like over 100,000 for the souls at present. And there was some negotiations. I think that it was like 150, I think. And then, the number would be going up if you were negotiating. So you kept pushing that number up, I think. But eventually, negotiations, you see the lay of the land, had some ideas of maybe how you want to come back to that, and stepped away. A couple of party members then did some shopping. I met a creepy lady who likes parts of people and preferred that over coinage, but things were bought. And that's kind of where we ended, was in the middle of shopping. So who was shopping? I know it was Warden and Lorelei. Who was the other person that was there? Samaris. So I love the idea that, the three of you walk out of the shop with all your new goods or whatever. And then, as we all know, Lorelei got very excited about furniture shopping. And there's like this Furniture's R Us across the street. And she's just like, I'll be right back. And like, and she goes shopping for furniture. It was a lot, but also pretty basic. So, any comments about what happened last week? Anything else anybody want to draw attention to? Excellent. So the ball's kind of in your court. I can say that those that went shopping show back up at the Bastard, and that's where everyone's linking up. Is that what you guys would like?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
It's like right after Warden gave the bow to...
Oh, yeah, that was a good... Yeah, thank you. Oh, Megan, I forgot about that. We were going to tinker with that a little bit. I completely forgot. We have some ideas of...
I wasn't expecting to do that right away.
Well, usually I love tinkering with that, and I was like, ooh.
Upgrades, so.
Yeah, we had some ideas to tinker with the
Just
bow a little
now,
bit.
I'm on like listen mode. I won't be talking much for the moment.
No worries. I said that you just ran off to a furniture store, just so you know, and you're shopping.
100% that's what happened. Yep,
yeah.
Lorelei is very busy renovating her cabin on the ship.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. All right, I was going to bring you guys back to the Bastard screen. All right, and so again, you guys are docked at the Boneyards, and Warden and Samaris return, coming up to the ship. Ball's in your court, my friends.
All right.
Bad news about Lorelai, everybody. We lost her
And
at the furniture
What?
shop.
Oh.
I thought you meant she died.
Oh,
Right.
no. No,
Why
like
do
we
you sound
lost
so
her
sad about
shopping.
it?
died
I
of
miss her. Is that
It's
allowed?
the sales of furniture at
How's
our.
she going to get all of it back here?
We have Toro.
Not with our help.
Was that Lord Caleb?
Well, Lorelai has a bunch of furniture she wants to bring into her cabin.
Really?
She might need a little help.
Oh, yes. Well, you know I love renovations. Where is Lady Lorelai?
I think
Think
the shop
she's-
is like half a mile that way.
Half a
so
mile?
It's got to be hauled.
Do you know the name
Might
of the shop?
I have to give her some time.
Yes,
Do we know
please.
the name of the shop?
Furniture are us,
Furniture RS. Noted.
I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Oh.
know their delivery policies and pickup times, but
You might not know this, Master Walden, but we were docked in a very high skydock and in the city called Ancorel, and we managed to get a pool installed on the ship. We'll get the furniture on board the bastard. Not an issue. I'm just excited about decorations. I'll start arranging some of the crew to maybe go over there and see if she needs help. Maybe I'll go and see if she needs any input. You can tell he's excited about decorating too. He's like, oh,
what?
maybe
He
I can get a
doesn't love
room.
Samaris's room that's just a cot and a bunch of daggers on the wall?
It
Not enough for him?
has personality. At least it doesn't have teachable very well. I'm gonna take a rest. And he goes wandering off.
So what's next? Are we getting out of here, or do we have more business here? Because I want to leave. This is not a good place for me.
Well, I would like to take everyone to the bedroom. My
What?
sky rooms. Come to my room
Pardon?
for the secret scribe room. Because I think Warden, Lorelai, and Romy need to know kind of our other plans secretly.
Mhm.
Maybe while Toro is fetching the furniture.
Yeah, he doesn't mean his bedroom. He has like a secret communications room. You should call it that, not your bedroom.
Question kind of shouts out after you. Do you guys know if you're in there and you yell really, really loud, no one can hear you?
No one can hear your screams, is what you mean.
That's,
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
that's
Me and
why I
Tamsin were talking about it. We think that's where he likes to murder people.
Oh, that's
Okay.
definitely where he likes to murder people. I thought that was what the room was for.
Mhm.
She's like
Mhm.
visibly kidding, but
That's just
Never
canon.
tell if any of you are trying to make me actively regret this partnership, or if you're kidding. I can never tell.
Do you have a sense of humor, Warden?
On occasion.
Hmm.
It's a weird sense of humor. It's I'm not gonna try to. It pops up.
Okay.
what's
I'm
your
not
favorite
exactly
joke?
in the mood because I just lost like 2,000 gold for some fucking nuggets. So for now, I'm gonna skip on that sense of humor. I'm not in a good mood.
Bad business deals. That sucks.
You guys might hear off topic, but you might hear a guitar in the background or a bass. So
Kind of sounds like someone
Meeting.
farting in the background, so that's okay.
Yeah,
what I thought,
Chris
too.
was like kind of muting it. It sounds a little
I thought it was
silly.
you the whole time.
I'm just sitting here farting.
I just heard,
Gassy.
I mean, I did
War
have
room.
a
Yeah,
Filipino
we could call
screamer.
it a war room and not your bedroom.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you want to call my bedroom the war room, I guess you can call it that.
I
I'll
think I'll
just
do
lock
that.
the doors behind you.
Caleb leads you all to the scribe-proof No one can hear you scream, room.
Okay.
Assuming everyone goes.
So to let Warden, Lorelei, and Romy know kind of the plans. And what we kind of do with what we found out about the Soul Coin factory, this possible sweatshops that it's in Avernus, the Cavani estate, and that's where we need to get also Una's soul coin or soul fragment. Could be in those locations.
Or we're burning another place to the grounds, scorched earth. That's kind of what it's sounding like.
Friendly
Did you
reminder,
say
it's been
scorched earth?
confirmed that the
Yeah.
soul is somewhere in Avernus by the giant
attack.
oracle. I think that Samaris has a name of the place and everything.
Okay.
Just a friendly reminder.
So I don't know if you guys knew, my father is Strahd. He is the crazy maniac vampire that rules around Barovia. So I'm part of his spawn. You haven't known.
Wait,
Kind of gathered.
you're a
that, yeah.
vampire?
Not.
You're a spawn.
I am a spawn.
Use that
yes.
word.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you can just say child.
Child.
I think we'd still get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I am the child spawn of what's his name?
No. Just
What's his
child.
name? Did you just say what's his name?
He hasn't been in my life that much. He kind of like
Strahd. I think it was Strahd.
mm-hmm. He just like dumped his seed and left.
Ew.
So that's what daddy issues. But anyways, yeah. I'm supposed to gather up soul coins so he can use them for his army. That's the reason why I was at the soul coin bank. Let's see about getting 100 soul coins. But the purpose is to try to get no one else knows outside because there's spies everywhere outside this room, and we already know that Toro is one of them. So it's best that we keep it away from Toro. But the idea is I'm trying to find like the good souls and then put these the souls into the reborn to allow them a second chance in life. At least the good ones, the good souls. But they'll be under contract with Ishka because Ishka's patron wants to make sure everything is done correctly, but that's up to Ishka if she wants to continue doing that or not. But I at least want to give the souls another chance in life, and hopefully they would turn against Strahd.
Ambitious. So this segues kind of between the whole. What's the place called? The Shade, or the what is it called? Ishka's place, the Shade. So
Yes.
Yeah.
they kind of go hand in hand. And one has to be done, and the other one has to be done.
Well, I think Ishka's stuck in between two patrons or deities.
So what needs to be done first if we're going to be planning? Obviously, we're going to take care of Una first, but
Yes.
what comes first between Strahd and Ishka?
Well, I think Ishka's plan, whatever she decides, could be the determined factor. Because if she stays with the Raven Queen, then the souls from the coins would probably have to go wherever she needs to have them go. But in the same token, if the Raven Queen knows about Una, there might be another issue.
Yeah, really bad issue.
What kind of bad issue?
Let's just say one of us would not be here. Really.
Oh. Okay, I got it. Wow, this is complicated. So what is the plan going forward then? You've laid it out. So what are we going to be doing?
I also forgot we also had to go against a Astral Dreadnought. We had to
I
get
don't
his
even know
eyeball.
what that is. I
Basically,
don't.
we just go to get his eyeball. Actually, does the Boneyard sell eyeballs?
His what is? Do I know what an astral dreadnought is?
Roll Arcana, Nature, History check.
Ooh, Arcana. I'm actually really good at that. Stolen knowledge. Okay, I rolled really bad. 15.
Hmm. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think you would know about an astral dreadnought. I think it would be a little bit beyond your purview.
I know about the astral plane, but I've never heard of an astral dreadnought. Sounds scary.
Yeah, it's about as big as the ship, and it has a giant eyeball.
Good. So we got to go there.
Well, we gotta find one. Unless they sell the Astral Dreadnought eyeball here, then maybe we just purchase it here and we don't have to go against a Dreadnought.
Don't think I saw any astral dreadnought eyeball purveyors out there. But you never know. I didn't really look that hard.
They're pretty big.
Also, I don't know what it is.
Or
an
what it
eyeball.
looks like.
It's like a giant eyeball.
Yeah,
But
probably
beholders
be
have
hard to
giant
miss then.
eyeballs. Yeah,
Like
I bet there's some
this
beholder eyes
this
here.
thing right here. It's about you know as about the size of the cabin.
So is it only an eyeball, or is it like a body attached to an eyeball, or just like one big eyeball?
One big eyeball.
Okay, all right, good to know.
Oh. Okay. So we're going to the house.
Yep.
We're going to liberate the soul. And then we don't know what comes next. We're just going to.
It's going to take time for gathering the materials for,
Okay.
and if it's going to involve an army, then the longer we wait is kind of ideal on that part.
Okay. So this, and then like we were going to do before, Kozakura, and then
Yes.
whatever comes next. Okay.
Mhm.
We'll,
Maybe
we'll,
the shade.
we'll work it out. And the shade, yeah, we can do that at pretty much any time.
And possibly a I don't know if we're doing. Nate, are you thinking of doing the ball? Is the shadow crystal still on the table?
I would say this: you take it wherever you feel naturally inclined. I give the soul coins in front of you if that's a solution to it, because you remember those were interchangeable. So that's up to you. Like there's a solution in front of you, so maybe that's what you would like to do as Caleb.
And then I'm going to offer the other opportunity. We can go to the Domain of Dread and go to a giant masquerade ball, and hopefully we don't get instant murk, but get shadow crystals from there. So
You say masquerade ball, and
Yeah,
then
I
yeah,
agree.
the door swings open. Lorelai struts
Like the
through,
Kool-Aid man.
arms covered in shopping bags with just like overflowing. And did someone say masquerade ball?
Oh
It,
God.
it was preceded by the plane of dread, so don't get.
And then
too
followed
confused.
by, hopefully we don't get insta-murked.
I can make any situation work if there's a mask and a dress.
mhm.
I say,
We'd
whatever
have to
plan
do some
that is, we go with
research.
that one. Just think of how great the last ball turned out for us. We became like heroes and made a lot of money.
Also, the open lady was nearly murdered. I was nearly murdered.
Yeah, Hiromi kind of gets like a
Nearly.
troubled look on her face.
We're nearly murdered many days. Most
guys are-
days, in fact.
You guys are experienced at it. Wonderful.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
Maybe
guess.
that's the
Yeah,
At
next
least
thing we
this
should
time we
do.
got compensated.
yeah,
Maybe
that's
Hey,
an
we should add
option.
that.
Didn't we get like an invitation or something like that?
Invitation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
To
Listen,
the
dude, my
the
nose is plugged right now.
Yeah.
I'm only gonna talk in Archie's voice because I feel like that's what fits my voice right
Nice
now
voice,
because I
yeah.
cannot, in good conscience, try to do Hiromi. Just work with me on it, right?
To be fair, Archie is the one with investment and kind of some of the seeds right now. So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
the
don't know.
le how do we pronounce that? Shut.
Just pronounce it how you think you would sound.
American trying to pronounce it from the
Le
paper.
Chatois.
She's like Le Chai Troy.
Le
This
Chatois.
one?
That should Troy?
I don't know.
Should Troy? She try?
What are we talking about? Can someone enlighten me?
I think it's called the
We
Lee
stole this
Chai
invitation.
Troy. That's it.
We stole a very fancy invitation from a very rich man, along with a lot of money.
So
Might be an opportunity to make more money. I mean, it's not really necessary. It might just be for funsies. But just in case anyone wants a diversion while we're here.
I don't know how we would make that work. It seems like it's not
Made it work
like
before.
the golden goose where it's all humanoids. It's
Wait, above table, because I can't find my notebook that I
yeah,
usually
but
take
they're
notes
Who
in.
was
werewolves
that?
in
Was that the
Mongolia.
merchant
They're
guy
not
that we
werewolves.
pickpocketed?
Yeah, but I thought that was where Una's soul was. Am I making that
No.
up? No.
Yeah, the invitation has nothing to do with Una's soul
Yeah,
directly.
it's just
Oh,
like
it's
a
just a
fancy
party.
just
Mhm.
a fancy party with like if we wanted to like dive more into the area and like the rich people and powerful people here and like Sharon and stuff like that.
Just- I cannot
I
foresee a
mean-
future where doing that is a good idea. I mean, I'm just gonna
Archie
come out
like
with it.
sides up and he's like, I mean, the little bird did tell me that there's gonna be werewolves there. Not that, that's like a big deal or anything.
So you want
Is
to
that a
hook up
big
with
deal
these
to you,
werewolves?
Archie?
Mhm.
Why is everything a hookup to you? I'm just trying to meet my people.
Seemed a little lonely lately
Archie, have you ever met another werewolf?
He like scratches his head. No?
Oh, you're lonely for your people.
Well, technically, I mean, Archie did. This is me speaking to Lauren. She did meet a werewolf once.
Oh, I did. Yeah, my first
Technically.
and my first encounter
First and
with
last.
werewolf didn't end up well.
Oh, I can see.
I mean, the one that I did meet, it wasn't really like a meeting, more like a teeth. Anyway,
like a biting, like a mauling.
yeah, there weren't a whole lot of words shared. More
And you
just
want
like
to meet more of them?
I got a lot of questions regarding werewolf stuff.
Well, you didn't say hello to the other werewolf. Usually they just hellos meaning sniff their butt, and I didn't see you do that.
I mean, honestly, I thought that would be an instinct for me, but I don't really feel the instinct to do that. I just assumed.
He only does that to Prolix's mom's butt.
But didn't they say that
Although,
these werewolves were from Barovia? Where you and Ishka are from, right?
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That might be worth looking into. Maybe you could build a werewolf army.
Who would ever think of something like that?
I don't know, Lauren.
I feel like there's a story behind that.
yeah, the rat army. I'll go wherever all of you go, but I just want to say I'm fucking sick of these already.
Yeah.
So
I feel like we could very easily move on. I understand that Archie needs to meet his people. Important discovery of his own identity and so on and so forth. But we have places to be.
There's a
Fine.
knock at the door to the scrying room.
Oh, shh.
Shut up.
No secrets. No more secrets.
What's the password?
Well,
It
come
has
on
been-
in then.
I rip
Oh
open
my
the door.
God.
What?
All right, we open the door.
He's knocking like the
Remember, it's soundproof, so he can't hear you. It's Toro.
NYPD.
He's got like some bags of Lorelei stuff that he's like helping like take to him. Lord Calum, there's a gentleman calling upon the master of the ship on the dock.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Does he speak common?
Yes, he does. Though I must say his accent's something to be desired.
All right.
It's hard to understand
Sorry,
him
Warden,
sometimes.
I got this.
Do you want
I
me to
follow.
go with?
No.
I'm not
Probably
going to talk, but I can listen, and they don't know that.
Now, what about me? You guys
Potentially.
might need backup.
How about
Yeah,
that? I'll
roll
go,
me
but I
a
won't
co-
talk.
I
What?
would like to recast comprehend languages on myself.
Excellent.
The Lorelei, yeah. Anyone that wants to come, they can come.
I'm definitely coming.
The whole troop marches out.
Everyone goes out onto the deck and
And
off.
before we get out to the deck, can I
Mhm.
cast guidance on Lorelei and see if maybe that will apply to something in the future? Just because.
Yeah, because it's a minute, right?
Yeah, it's a minute.
That's fine. Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
Guidance. The group walks out onto the deck, and from your like walking little ramp down to the dock leading out is somebody that you've met recently, as Sharon is standing out on the dock.
Oh. I curtsy deeply and clear my throat. Kind of like kick whoever's closest to me.
Ow.
Again, for those who don't remember, he has his hat on and his cane. And so he gives you a little tap of his hat.
Have I met you before?
Pardon me. I do not believe we have met, my good sir. I am Sharon at your service. I was calling upon the master of this here ship, and would that be you now?
Yes, that would be me. And the rest of my crew. Yeah,
Very
Two
good.
points. Points at Calum. Tim, he's a master.
Would I be overstepping, sir, if I came up upon your ship and spoke to you?
Please.
Yeah.
We'd be honored to host you. And I snap my fingers at the at Calum's manservant.
And like you're like normally he like for everyone else who asks Toro to do stuff, it's always like, let me check with Lord Calum first. You know, you don't boss me around. But like your ladyshipness and like authority and having that voice and knowing how to do that for, you know, your not whole life, but for a good portion of your life, he like immediately like starts moving despite his own normal inclination.
Refreshments for our guest, please. Thank you. And turns away.
I did hear lad you had a bit of some of that Peruvian tea on board. Is that correct?
Boy wants contraband.
Yeah. We got some, unless it got disappeared, Warden.
I apologize if my man was a bit heavy-handed when you all got here. But it sounds like you paid your dues, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, we can brew you up some.
My mistake.
Lovely. Shall we partake here on the deck, or do you have a sitting room in mind?
Do you like to swim?
I have been known to swim the river on occasion.
Pool party.
We got a pool.
And he kind of sees on the other side. He's just like, may I ask what kind of water you put into your pool?
Chlorine?
The regular kind?
Salt water.
That might not be good for my bones as it goes.
Yeah, I don't think Yeah, he can't have salt.
He
Water.
and it's like not even necessarily salt. He's just talking about water in general. He kind of like gestures to the river Styx, and that seems to be more comfortable for him.
Oh, I was totally thinking in my head thing with like how like
Holy water.
circles of salt like repel demons and stuff. So like salt
Fair
keeps
too.
away.
Yeah, that's fair
I
too.
was just
It's
folklore.
definitely not holy water.
Mm.
There's no holy stuff here.
My form doesn't play nicely with the normal water. I would prefer a chair if you had one. But I don't.
I like I'm assuming like my furniture has been like making its way up onto the deck slowly but surely.
Oh, yeah, I like to imagine pieces of it are still up here waiting to go on there in the correct spot.
Yeah. So I like will direct whatever hired furniture like hefters have been
Mhm.
getting it over here. I'll hire them. I'll tell them to like, okay, wait, to that chaise lounge over there, just put it here for the moment, and wait, can you get that end table? And it just like kind of direct them to like an impromptu seating area.
I'm sorry if I'm putting you out. This is very kind of you. And he kind of goes over and he has his like cane and he kind of does like when he walks, one of his legs is kind of locked knee. So he kind of like drags it a little bit. He eases back into one of the chairs that you've set up for him. I know we all
Let's sit down.
met a few of your friends here, Captain. Should I address you as Captain?
Yeah, you can call me Captain or Kalen. Kalen's probably.
Caleb. And you have a last name, Captain Caleb. Or is that your last name?
No, Ribinovich.
Nice to meet you, Captain Ledovic.
It's okay.
Your companions here seem to have been, May I ask why you were picking a fight with, General of the Devils today?
What do you need to know?
And to look
What's
at
the reason?
Archie.
I have, a pretty uneasy peace between the devils and the demons in here, and they have strict treaties to be able to dock in my port. Now, you all don't smell like demons, if you don't mind me saying. But it is peculiar that a general of Avernus was, I would say kill's not the right word. Yeah, his name was a general of Avernus.
Yeah.
Mm.
I stare at Archie. Like, you managed to pick a fight with that guy?
Wait, what did you do?
He was over there like eating, of course, stuffing his face, and looks around. He was an asshole.
You picked a fight with someone?
Warden can vouch. He hawked a loogie on me.
That is pretty offensive.
Yeah, and he tried to steal my gauntlets. And he laughed at my muscles.
We are not going to be pushed around anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, Warden.
Wow. You guys are setting a good example here for us in the boneyard.
We're setting
We
a
got our
strong-
stuff, the contraband taken
example.
away, and then you guys pick a fight with a general.
Mm.
Nice.
Yeah, well,
We didn't pick a fight with him, alright? He picked a fight with us. There's a difference.
it was stupid, but I agree with that. Yes.
The name of your ship, Captain, is it the Bastard?
It's called the Bastard.
It's not every day that someone can sail up into the port and take down one of the generals. So, what were your business in my boneyard? You don't sound or taste like demons.
Would
We
you
saw it,
believe
and
us?
we just stopped by.
Would you believe us if we just said shopping?
It truly was just a shopping trip.
Curious.
Went to like all of the bags and like littered furniture and like stuff all around the things and people shepherding it downstairs.
Definitely made money here.
Captain, are these all your people, or are you all more of association.
Say that again.
And he kind of gestures to the rest of the party. He's like, "Are these your underlings, though? Are they on your
They're not
employ?
underlings, no.
So it's more of an
Underlings?
association."
Okay, easy.
Don't mind that one, but
We are
everyone,
a
we're all
We're
equal
friends.
Hmm.
Sorry,
comrades.
group
And
comrades,
does
yes.
your group have a name? Or are you all just crew of the bastard?
Ugh. We have a working title. Strange circumstances have brought two groups together. One of which was called the Misfits. The other was the Manu de Morai. Of course, I think it's a beautiful name. Some have been calling us the Misfits de Morai.
He kind of chuckles. Misfits of fate. I find that amusing.
Wouldn't be the first. But no, none of us are demons. And truly, no, we did not intend to make enemies here.
Indeed. Another question for you, Captain. What business does a Barovian ship now have out here near the Nine Hills and the Abyss?
We're just traveling between the realms because we're all visiting each other's home world or home realms.
All right, I'd like you to roll a deception check for me.
Oh, dang it.
Shit.
I was really hoping. Oh, wait, but you've got good charisma, right?
No, I don't.
No. Still rolled good though.
I'm the worst person to talk to. But if you need any kind of intelligence, it's going to be
I was
roll low
trying, man.
anyways.
I was really trying.
No, you're better than Warden and Archie, I think. Yeah, you get a +1.
I'm good at intimidating. That's it.
So you do admit that you're from Barovia?
Mm-hmm.
That's where you got the tea and them loopy nuggets.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Straight from Barovia. If you want, maybe we can settle like a business deal. Maybe do a little trade route. Do you like Barovian tea?
I actually have a bit of a taste for it myself.
Wow.
But not all my friends do. So out of the respect for them, I try to keep it out of my city.
So while you're on the ship, we're not part of the city, are we?
I would send out a sour water now on them. If you're happy to indulge a man, I would enjoy it.
Okay.
You get him the tea?
What's your next port of call? What home are you all visiting next?
We're actually, we are looking
Thank
for
you.
a lost friend of ours. One of our own has lost someone very close to them, and we've been following some trails to see if we can locate them before it's too late. So we've been picking up clues here and there to try and trace her down and retrieve her before anything harmful befalls her.
And what would that port be that you've lost your friend in?
Sorry to say, who was it that lost a friend, or where are you going?
I'm assuming what is your next destination to find your lost friend?
Well, we've just received a hint that it's possible that she last traveled through Avernus. No way to soften that blow.
Well, Nine Hills is your next destination. Find your friend. What's your plan? Do you have an agreement with the devils?
Well, so remind me, Lindsay, our plan was to go in and like questionably like maybe burn this place down to like get this soul coin, right?
Heist
If we need to.
Heist.
esque. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. And how do we think who is in possession of the soul coin again?
Mm.
Don't have the name.
Bad people.
I know I have it written down somewhere. I don't even know where my notes are. Trying to think. There's a weird reason why I don't have the notes for that one accessible right off the back, because where I'm pulling that from, the name is in something that's in roll 20. Did I add it to this one? Let's see if I have it in here. I remember the name of the place. That's Nate speaking. Oh, Brimstone Hold, but the gentleman who's in charge, his name slips me. I do have it. One moment.
Was it like a devil, like
The name of the person.
devil prince dude?
It was said, if I remember correctly, they were an underling, if not a lieutenant captain of Zerial.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Brimstone Hode.
Give me one
Sorry,
sec, guys.
there's a whole meme I want to mention on that. I'll do this since she's in the middle of the RP with us. This is one of my favorite videos of all time.
Okay. I will be I'll have to move
For
in just a
future
moment.
enjoyment.
First, I will turn to him and say, "Oh, can I do an insight check into, he mentioned a couple of times his like this like, the treaties and like, his people, he tries to keep the peace, blah blah blah. Like I'm interested in like, is this guy like a super stringent rule follower? Like he is going like anything against like the demons or devils, he's gonna shut down, or is this guy like a deal maker? A little loosey goosey, might take some under the table stuff."
You're going to roll an insight check.
Or is he like playing both sides?
Exactly.
Yeah, this guy can't be trusted. So we're on the same page, right? Like we're
19.
not.
Oh wait,
19.
is this a check? Do I get guidance on this?
Yeah, I'll allow it. Yep, I'll allow that addition.
Yay.
20.
20. He has understandings with them both here in the boneyards. The war between them, he's not necessarily invested in. You definitely get a sense that he's also kind of testing the waters with you all to see if you're here to cause disruption here in his own place. But as you were angling for, he very much plays both sides.
Do it.
And almost to the point, it seems like they know, right? But something about the boneyard is so strategic that it's like Switzerland, right? They're like
neutral ground.
Neutral, and they're all getting benefits from it. And if anything, they all kind of like, maybe both of them do associate him with just like, we all can get something out of the situation. And so no one like really rocks the boat.
Mutual benefit.
To an extent, right? While they're at war with each other.
Yeah.
But he's definitely gives you a vibe of a deal maker for sure.
Deal maker. Cool. Okay.
With a 20, he's been asking leading questions about your destinations.
Mm-hmm.
There's more to it than just devils and demons.
Okay.
So you all are going
We are going
sailing
to,
into the Avernus.
Yes. I can be honest with you, can't I?
Certainly, my dear. As honest as you would like to be.
Well, you see, we're in a bit of a this retrieval of our friend is a little more complicated than just walking in and finding a new address and touching down and taking off. You see, our dear friend is unfortunately in the form of a soul coin, and the soul coin has been taken into possession by somebody in a furnace, and we are interested in getting it back. We can do that in a number of ways. We could do that through purchasing it. We could do that through a trade or a deal. We could do that in any other number of ways.
And do you already have a business connection for yourself down in Alginus? Or you all gonna sail into the active
Any of us have a
war
business connection in
and
Alginus?
make a purchase of this soul from this person?
Well, we would always appreciate anybody who is able to facilitate such a deal, who, of course, we would be very grateful to.
And he kind of like has his cane.
Appropriately grateful.
So you do not have a connection in Alginus?
Not as of yet.
Well, I would preach caution to those who have brought me a fine tea. This is a... Thank you very much. The Barovian tea takes me back. I have a bit of expertise in peddling of souls, as it were. We can say it's the family business going back a long time. You may want to establish connections before sailing into Avernus. I'm not saying you can't.
We can't just go right in there and guns blazing.
If you were like the armies of hells upon you, you very much can.
Archie scratches something off his list.
I would make a fine story to hear about the bastard flying down into Avernus over scorched earth and all over the ghastly place it is. I'll say devils are prone to agreements and contracts. Maybe you can, Doc. Maybe you can get a connection yourselves. That's if you'd rather make a connection with the devil or with someone else. Not so infernal.
And
What do you do?
what would you suggest?
You say you're there for your friend's soul, but frankly, I don't know if that's your complete story. I mean, I wouldn't be the first heroes I've seen and heroines to come down here on traveling to hell and Hades to bring back a loved one. I've seen my few over the centuries. But I don't like opportunity to go to waste and such. Well, frankly, you all killed a general pretty easily from what I could tell. I think you could be a very powerful ally for me in Avernus.
We do make very good friends.
Mm-hmm.
We treat our friends very, very well.
As do mine. I think it speaks to me that I managed an arrangement with both those fiends. They find profit here. I profit from them, and we're all pretty happy.
Your skills of diplomacy must be unmatched. I mean, truly, it's quite a feat that you've managed here.
Thank you. He kind of tips his hat. I know how to find what people want and help them get it for a fee normally or an arrangement. I like the cut of your jibs. I do have another question. This one might be a little more direct. And he kind of takes his cane and he kind of points at Ishka. What is the Raven Queen bitch doing in my port?
Oh shit.
I could ask the same thing because I have no clue.
Well, you've got her on your shoulder, don't you?
I mean, I do, but I also don't.
I'll ask you to explain yourself. You see, she and I don't look eye to eye.
All I know is she wants all souls to go back to where they came from.
And you would say that's a crux of my disagreement with her.
Well, don't tell her I said this,
Mm.
but I don't really believe her either. I really don't like her idea that much.
Well, that's the crux of it now. She and I agree. I like to see souls flowing down my river like they're meant to be, as the god originally expected it. Mm-hmm. Do you jive? I'm sorry, that comment threw me off, and now I'm trying not to be a beat poet. Do you worship the mistress of bitches?
What about
Damn.
bitches?
The Raven Queen. I don't like her much. And she's walking on
Right
your
there with
shoulder.
you.
I would like you to roll a persuasion check.
Really? I've been buttering this motherfucker up this whole time.
Mm.
Can I help?
Maybe he
I like how
knows.
persuasive I've been, and like I
Hey.
let like the help
19.
action to give her advantage because he likes the cut of our jibs so much.
Ishka doesn't need your help.
Too good.
No, ain't that something? Raven Queen rides your shoulder, but I believe you when you say you don't see eye to eye with her. Are you Barovian too, may I ask?
Yes.
It's a pity, Barovia. Borders closed, souls don't flow like they should. I believe you when you say you don't follow the Raven Queen. And I would very much like to hear your story about how all that came to be. Just know if you are lying to me.
Long story short, she kidnapped me and beat me to a pulp.
Servitude. She made you a slave. See,
Yep.
I'll share your story since you have such a personal stake in the matter. Many a year ago, I used to sail up and down the river Styx. I used to not to be grounded here, me and the Queen. Queen Athena, not the Queen bitch. I had an arrangement with an old friend of mine. Then lo and behold, some mortal woman decides that she knows better than me and my friend. And she took what was his. Now what makes it worse, I don't know who my friend was. She managed to erase him from even my memory and from the memory of every being who knew his name, God alike. And when I said I fucking didn't like it, she moored my boat. You gonna kill the Raven Queen? What you gonna do? You gonna break free? You gonna live as a slave of
I'd
her for
like
the rest
to
of your
wrap her
life?
around my finger and potentially kill her.
Mm,
That's where I'm kind of leading.
Well,
understood.
we have killed a god before.
Have you now? I believe you because you kicked the shit out of General Maximus today, and that was no easy feat. You made it look easy. I believe you. You don't have to roll no persuasion check on that. Well, Misfits of Fate. Perhaps it's fate we're all meeting. I don't know if you use that as irony or not, but the fates, I know them and they can be cruel and humorous. I'm having a little bit of a get-together tomorrow night for the lesser trial. You would honor me if you came and visited, but I know you'll have a friend to rescue. But I would say this. You might like to hear more of what I've got to say. And you never heard Morai sing, then you gotta come and hear Morai sing. Now, normally I
I'm
send out
down. What about you guys?
You all think about it. I think I've taken up enough of your time. And he kind of like eases up out of the chair and like a piece of paper that looks very much like the invitation that he stole and kind of hands it off to you all. It's an invitation to Misfits to Morai. You can't meet Miss Queen Athena. She's the one with the coins. Time's a bit of an illusion here, but what we call sunset. Tomorrow, we begin the festivities of Le Chatois. I'd be honored if you visited and perhaps we could speak more about your trip in the Avernus. Or more about the Raven Queen.
Samaris has been kind of like hanging in the background for this conversation, but she steps forward and takes the invitation from his hand. We have more time now, if you have more to say.
Now? I
Just
think
saying,
I've...
It sounds like you have more to share, and we don't have anywhere to be. Do you?
Archie
Frankly,
gives her
I
a side
am
eye.
in the middle of arranging for an important festival for the whole city. So I do have places to go. But I do think those people you should meet. And they ain't here. But frankly, I would like to make an arrangement with you all. But I don't like to be hasty.
Well, it's my friend Soul in Avernus, and I'd really like to be hasty about that. So just trying to prioritize.
Your friend? Was this a lover, a father, a mother, a brother, or sister?
Who's asking?
A man
why?
who used to sail the river Styx with many people like you searching for their loved ones. It's a particular story that I like. There's something beautifully sad about somebody traveling the hills, sailing down the river of death, pulling back.
Let's
Sorry to
say
take
it's
joy in your
complicated.
tragedy, but
No, I've taken joy in others' tragedy, so it'd be hypocritical of me to be upset about that.
I have lots of connections in Avernus. Depending on where you're going and what you're doing for your soul, Maybe there's opportunity in there for me, and opportunity for you to be aided by me.
We greatly appreciate the opportunity and are honored by the invitation.
I do like the wreck, though. As you can see, I came here to be very pointed with my questions also. What is your name, miss? Talking to Samaris.
I was just deciding if she should say Susan.
Is she gonna say Susan or Samaris?
No, she sticks out her hand.
Mm.
Samaris.
Nice to meet you, Samaris. He kind of reaches out, shakes your hand. Do you have any more questions for me, miss? I don't want to be rude.
Not right now.
One moment, please. Nate wants to look up something. Oh, I'll look for it later. It didn't pop up quickly. I bid you a deal. He kind of tips his hat and kind of begins shuffling off. And like he goes down to the dock, but at a certain point, he just kind of like fades like a ghost almost, and it's gone.
Did you guys understand a single word he fucking said?
Yes,
Or
I did.
was that just me?
I don't like
Said a
It's
lot,
just you.
and
I
very
tried to
little.
warn you. Me and the boy agree on something. That's Toro, because he did say something similar.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
oh.
Oh.
Okay.
She's back.
I was not a fan of any of that.
I mean,
He
in
seems
my
pretty
opinion,
interesting.
I would hope that there's a more surefire, safer, easier way to get this soul coin than going in guns blazing and breaking into a, is this an archdevil? No,
I don't think we know.
it's like a lieutenant of an archdevil, I guess.
Yeah.
Into
We do know.
a very powerful person's home, then I think we would be foolish to not at least consider it. Hear the offer, try and make the deal. If it fails, then we go into violence and heist.
I don't like when entities that powerful are that curious. It's never a good thing, ever.
Well, if they want to make a deal, they want to know who they're dealing with.
And I don't know if you caught this, Calum. He said that one of the things that he was very saddened by was the closed borders of Barovia, so that the souls couldn't move on.
Mhm.
I don't know if that was directed at you or if that's something that you can do something about in
Well,
your hopeful
that's
position as, heir.
that's the
Lord.
thing. And I can freely say this out loud, but Strahd wants to open the borders. That's his idea. I mean, Barovia, the souls are constantly recycled. If there was too many births more than souls, then those births without a soul become husks. Just usually they're little guard or whatever, but soulless beings. But that's the idea of Barovia. That's why Strahd wants to open the borders. That's why we're making an army for him.
So do you agree with that? Do you also want to open the borders?
Mm, yes.
Well then, you and our new friend over here might have something in common. And what's to say that you can't misrepresent things a little and make him think that you would be doing him this great favor by working towards opening the borders? He doesn't need to know that it's already in the works. Can I is there any way I can check for scrying or listening
Scrying
spells?
specifically, you need to have
Yes,
an ability.
right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
So we can discuss
I will say this above table because Caitlin would be, I know for sure, keeping an eye on this. You guys are not in the scrying room right now, and you're having this discussion on the deck, or maybe moving a little bit. But he has mentioned that Toro he doesn't trust, and Toro's literally right there, just to paint the complete picture for you guys.
I was gonna have you. I was gonna have you do like a perception check on Caleb because he's being very vague at the moment. So, yeah, I'm playing.
Oh yeah,
Caleb
perception or
very
insight.
vague.
Yeah,
That might be. I might have forgotten.
yeah. I think
Kick him
Lorelai's.
Oh my god, she's been terminated by Strahd.
Oh, no.
We got her.
Toro standing there, Lorelai's body's on the ground, dead. I told
should
you,
have said
Lord
anything.
Caleb.
I think that was Lindsay's. I forgot that we didn't trust Toro, and that's my bad.
Yeah.
Lorelai, I don't.
I
Think
know
with
Lorelai would know that. Yeah.
Yeah, how neurotic and paranoid she is. I don't think she would have said that stuff in front of him. Could she have suggested that we move to the anti-scrying room? Okay,
Mhm.
thank you. My brain caught up with that a little late. It's like, wait a minute, we should not be having this conversation in the open.
I was gonna play it off like very vague, and
Why don't we just get rid of him again? Like, what is our reason for not getting rid of him?
Sky? You mean this?
Strahd.
It
No, the spy Toro. What are we doing?
better the enemy you know.
I mean, if we get rid of him, wouldn't that just signal?
He could have an accident. I don't know.
You just want to get
I'm
rid
just
of him.
We
brainstorming.
get a new spy, and we wouldn't know who the new spy is.
I want
Yeah,
a
I guess
little
that's true.
paper sign to be on the scrying room, and it'll be really bad handwriting. It says "No Toro allowed," and it's really shitty drawing of a grumpy old man with an X through it.
I mean, we can discuss this in the scrying room, but
Oh, I thought we were in the scrying room.
are we?
I think we retcon that we
Okay.
we moved down.
Okay.
Oh, he's resisting. Okay.
All right. So back to the question. No, not really. I don't
Okay.
want. But that's what Strahd wants. So I have to be obedient and do what Strahd wants. So if you speak like that outside the room, then I will speak a lot of lies.
Right. Makes sense.
But that was the purpose of trying to get the good souls, to give them a second chance in life. Maybe adding more souls into Barovia. Maybe there is a chance of opening the borders. It could be possible, but I want it in good terms and not a full-fledged army taking over the rest of the realms.
Is that what Strahd wants to do? He wants a full-fledged army to take over the rest of the realm?
He wants to open it up, yeah.
Everybody wants to rule the world.
This
And
is
why
why
not?
people fail at this. They don't have a sense of scale. I know everyone wants to rule the whole world, but there's nothing wrong with ruling your area of the world.
Right, but having the domain of dread consume the other domains could be disastrous.
Right? So we should kill Caleb's daddy on our list?
That was one of them, one on the top list. But he'll be back. Over
All right.
and over and over.
Unless it's opened up. No?
that's the other thing. If we open up and he
Wow,
dies,
that's-
where does his soul go?
I don't know.
Problems-
Where
That's
it should. Right?
Maybe
That's what
maybe
Karen was saying.
so. To kill him, we have to open it up, but what he wants is to open it up.
He wants to open it up so that he can take over the whole everything. So if we open it up and kill him, like at the same time ish, we won't have a chance to take over stuff. Portals are open, new souls come in,
That's-
everyone's happy.
That's
So
a
wait, who
very-
has
very
Strahd explained this to? Like, is it only Caleb that he's admitted that he wants to open up?
Ishka.
for
And
everyone?
Ishka. Yeah.
And Ishka. Okay, so he's definitely gonna off you two after this, just so you're clear.
He's not gonna off his heir. Maybe he will.
If I'm very obedient, but he has a lot of sibling or a lot of children somewhere too. That's how I got the ship. Killed my brother.
Yeah, he's been, I mean, very elusive about your siblings, or if you even have any.
You're muted. Oh, I met someone else.
Oh, Lindsay, you're muted.
Sorry, I was talking to Greta.
Okay,
Oh, you're good.
that's what I thought.
So, about this party.
Well,
I mean, and I think it's a great opportunity. Maybe an easier way of getting. Is it Ula? Una?
Una.
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 Sorry.
Getting Una back. You might be able to just trade or pay for the soul coin. Cut off, not even have to go.
I don't
That'd
think
be great.
admitting exactly who we're after is at all a good idea, because that gives them leverage.
I also think like going in the nine hells, like the Misfits style. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm all one for chaos and whatnot, but maybe we could try it the smart way.
and
Wow.
the bastard can't ram, so we can just ram the estate and then hop off,
That's
get the
Wouldn't that
fragment.
also damage?
and his
Wouldn't
fragment.
that also damage the ship?
Ah, it's a hard head. It can handle it.
Do you
As much
agree, though,
fun
that-
as it sounds to go into Avernus guns blazing, I did lose Una from not thinking carefully through my actions. So
what do you want to do?
maybe
Yeah, what do you want, Samaris?
I think for the first time ever, I want to take our time with this. I mean,
So you want to go to the party?
Herschel's been down
And-
there for some time. I think Archie's right, as much as it pains me to say it, and I agree with him that it might
Oh.
be good to be smart about this.
Okay.
Plus, it's a party, I guess.
Party!
New experience.
Yep. Let's get as much information as we can. Do some
Do you
reconnaissance.
agree though that until we have a deal, we should and like have a deal locked in, we should not divulge the identity of your friend.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Like until
And-
we are 100% sure that we are good to go on this.
Remember, don't give up your soul, and then if somebody wants to spend the night with you, don't agree to it.
Wait, did you agree to something about that? To Dom?
Yes, we've been over that with Dom. Almost
Gosh
lost
dang.
Archie.
Oh,
totally and completely.
okay. Learn from experience. Okay, good.
Smaris has been telling him that every time they leave the ship.
Oh yeah.
Now remember.
I
Just
know.
straight up 2.5 sessions before Archie realized what was happening there.
Smaris does turn to Warden. I hear your concerns, though. What do you have thoughts in mind for things to avoid and be careful of at this party?
Clearly, the Raven
As
Queen is a touchy subject.
yeah, that.
Yeah.
Opposed to a party that would happen on the material plane, I think as little information as we can possibly give is the right way to go. There is not networking happening. We need to be picky and choosy over who we speak to and what we say to them. The less anyone there knows, the better.
Samaris.
Maybe
Yes.
I have a great idea. Sorry, go ahead. No, inspiration struck, but go ahead, please.
Samaris, could you write me a list of the things I'm not supposed to say?
Just don't say anything.
Am I mute? Of course I'm gonna say something.
You don't have to.
Actually, maybe you are mute.
He looks at you. Oh.
Write on the paper, stay mute.
Communicate through grunts and humming.
Oh yeah, maybe you just don't speak a language.
Become a mime.
You only
What
speak like, I don't know,
languages does he-
giant or something.
It's got Elvish.
What if we go in and obviously Sharon knows that we're looking for a friend, but what if when we're looking for like whoever we're like whoever we make contact with, right? Like if we get either networking or like making introductions or something, I think that we should not lie exactly, but maybe just say that we are acting on behalf of an interested party to acquire a rare soul coin. You know what I mean? Like make it a little less personal
not a
so
bad
people don't
idea.
want to take advantage of us as much.
Hmm.
More businessy
Unfortunately, we already
transaction.
kind of divulged that we were looking for somebody.
Right. But like to him, like if we're gonna meet like 10 people, we don't want all 10 people knowing that like we're looking for a close personal friend. They're gonna up the ante. If we come at it with like, oh, we are representing an interested party of acquiring a soul coin, that happens all the time here. Like we'll at least get some basic information and to maybe get an intro deal, like pencil some stuff in before we can so that they don't take us to the cleaners.
Mhm.
It's like, okay, guys, have you ever called like a florist and if you tell them it's a wedding, they're going to charge you a ton more because it's like, oh, it's so sentimental, blah, blah, blah. If you just tell them you're, getting flowers for a business event, it's so much cheaper. You know what I mean?
No.
See, Archie, this is why I'm your manager. It's like, do you ever listen when I talk to, oh, what's that guy's name? Usually I remember it. From the Bowl of Judgment.
Oh, Sheen. Fuck.
Oh my gosh, I can't remember his name.
It's
You're
like
close.
I know.
Sheed.
Sneed.
Sneed.
See what I'm saying here, Archie?
Yeah.
Sorry, it sounds just like Sharam when I try to do his voice.
Yeah. Archie pulls
You
I want to speak to my lawyer. Like every time they have a conversation.
Yeah.
Sheen. I think it's
Maybe
Sheen.
we do pretend you only speak Elvish, and then you and I can communicate,
Okay. All right. Yeah, that works. I can do that.
and I can
Why do you speak Elvish?
I can be your manager again.
Don't,
He
it
has
doesn't-
no
that's
idea.
Not important.
Never mind though.
Wait,
like,
what?
lots of people speak Elvish.
Yeah, I don't know much.
Warden
Yeah.
asked Archie, like, why do you speak Elvish? Like,
Who the
what's
fuck
going on?
knows, man?
It's not going to be a secret language, you guys.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
Yeah,
just
that's a good point.
language.
If information
Oh.
really needs to be shared, I can speak some weird, super strange language, and maybe Lorelai can cast comprehend languages, and then we can do it that way. If we need like an emergency, I don't
Also,
know.
You guys should do
Thieves can't?
no,
I
you should
think
do
that's only written, isn't it?
No. Thieves
No.
You should
can't.
do-
It's also
do
seriously,
deep
but, like,
speech.
it's fine.
Thieves can't. I kind of leave it up to player interpretation, but it can definitely be verbal.
Yeah.
Noted.
Like sometimes I've seen it interpreted as the rubber duckies wet at night, like code words, or it could be
That's
a I'm going to the beverage counter to get some wine. You know, like
Oh,
that could be
that's
another way
right.
to do it. And
Yeah,
also,
I can speak.
Signals.
hand signals.
We could do Celestial because ain't nobody there gonna be speaking Celestial.
It's true, but Hero
I
me.
just Celestial.
Yeah.
There you go. Maybe we can do that. I'll tell you. I just the main rule I think we should abide by is subtlety and vagueness. All right, that's. I'm going to let the talkers talk, and I'm going to be imposing, and that's what I'm going to do.
We need muscle. You know, well dressed muscle, but muscle. Do you still have the outfit that I made you for the ball, the seneschal ball?
Yeah, I've wore it to the Golden Goose,
Perfect.
but I don't know if I should wear it.
Why not? It's quite a nice outfit.
So, I'm gonna look out. Oh no, we're in a room. What was like the general garb of? How do I phrase this? Say there was like a wealthy individual that had bodyguards. Were the bodyguards well dressed, or is it kind of like a?
Suit and tie.
You've seen a lot of different walks of life.
Okay, well,
And like, so to be fair, I do think it would cover a lot, you know, a merchant who's just rich enough to hire a guy, you know, a mercenary, but then there was a general who had, you know, summoned devils, and one of those persons was in an armor with wing. You know, it's like it runs the gambit.
Plainer
Yeah.
Times Square. Okay.
The style of everyone you've met so far, though, there's obviously a lot of foreign cultures, the devils, demons, and everything else around the plains. But those who seem to be more native, or those who have really ingrained themselves in the boneyards, it's a weird combination of Greek-inspired clothing, like a toga,
That's pretty cool.
but then also
Ooh.
Mardi Gras.
Lovely.
I'm going. Yeah. No. Can I just?
So wait,
Okay,
can I just ask an above table question? Are you like channeling like Baron Samedi kind of vibes? Or-
I've heard that name mentioned a few times, and I could say that this character came naturally. But when I looked up at images, I do believe he came up in some of those images for inspiration. I legitimately, like, somebody asked,
like,
"Hey, is there anywhere to shop when the river Styx?" And I was just like, "Yeah, there. You know, Charon exists. I've played the Hades game," and then I was just like, "I kind of want to make him like New Orleans," and it just like literally just started compounding from that farther and farther and farther.
Because like Baron Samedi is like a essentially like a depiction of death that's common in like Creole voodoo.
I am 100% in being inspired
Wears,
by
like, a
Creole,
long
and actually, I think you'll. Sorry, I'm really proud of this
ball
one.
pin,
The
hat, purple, like exactly the same.
I'm definitely pulling from Creole Louisiana culture, right? I love this word that I found, chatois. I'm pronouncing it chatois, but that's actually a Greek word that's associated with a Greek festival of death, and it's spelled that way. And I'm like, I'm stealing that because I'm doing Creole French inspired stuff, and I added love to it. Sorry, I just loved it so much.
That's pretty cool. Sorry, I'm a nerd for like weird mythology and stuff, so I was like, this is just ringing all the bells.
Yeah, there's a couple little Easter eggs I'm kind of happy with that I've plugged into different things if you guys get into it, but sorry.
Yeah, no, I kind of like the idea of like a dark earthy gray toga, like a gray, more gray than earthy, and like maybe what's a nice like black flower or darker purple flower.
Lotus, black lotus flower.
Sure,
Or
like
black
rose.
a crown of dark flowers.
Black roses. I think there's black valiosus. How you call them?
Trying to give like a fallen angel vibe, like a dark toga and crown of dark flowers. And that'll be the outfit.
Would anybody like to do an investigation or history check throughout the immediate area to ask, how do you celebrate Le Chatois?
Would love to do that.
Go and roll an investigation or history check.
I did.
We
I
got no
realized
fucking idea.
also that I accidentally rolled from a different character sheet earlier.
No
Oops.
worries.
Okay,
To
investigation.
be fair, I'm asking for a roll. If you go out and ask people, traditionally it's a celebration of dead. So one of the traditions that's been brought into the boneyards is a celebration of ancestry. So usually people are wearing a mask of a dead ancestor, whether they're famous, more immediate. That's usually that's the one thing that people really lean into. Clothing wise, there's not too much more beyond that. It's more like get as fancy as you want. You know, of course, the upper crust would have more fancier ones, while more everyday folks is maybe even just a something more basic wooden mask with just like a suggestion of a lady on it to represent their mother or something like that.
I like throw open my wardrobe and like go into there's like a bottom there's like several drawers. It's like one of those like armoires that has like hanging space at the top and like drawers below. And like in one of the drawers, she pulls it open and it's just like a drawer. Imagine like a really fancy, expensive version of like a kid's dress up box. You know, like feather boas and like masks and like costume jewelry and like super crazy tall high heels, like all that kind of stuff. She's just like going through, and be like, no, not that, no. It's just like really excited about the opportunity for yet another ball.
It's gonna shove parties down your throats, apparently.
I'm all for it.
Can't shove enough.
But so anyway, we are gonna go to the party. We're gonna try and make a deal vaguely and subtly, uh, and see what connections we can get. I think honestly, I think Caleb, your potential control over the orders with could be a very big point in our favor, but that's only if like I have a feeling that any agreement we make, we have to stick to with this guy. I do not want some kind of weird magic coming to bite us in the butt, or like I don't want him having a vengeance thing for us. I think that we should make a clean deal we're willing to stick to. We also have
Agreed.
those spare
I,
souls from the Paragost. The Paragost's three or 5 part soul.
I think
5.
5 part
is it 5?
soul.
Oh no, we have
That's
5. There,
interesting.
yeah, there's 5.
That's
Mhm.
a pretty
I don't
interesting
think
trait.
I don't think that's something we should give to any too
Why?
much
Why
power
are we holding on to it?
to keep it away from becoming a thing again.
Why? If we give it to like
Because
I'm holding on to
level-
it for Hiromi also because she can ask a question of
that
each
too,
of them.
but I just don't think that's a good idea.
I mean,
why
it's a
don't
powerful fight. It's 5 souls that were collected in one body to make a really powerful fighter. That's a very lucrative thing to have. And it's if we give it to some person who's going to use it in the devils versus demons war, how is that going to come back to bite us in the ass?
I'm just
I just don't
afraid.
want to risk it.
I'm just afraid if we offer the opening of the borders of Barovia, what's not gonna, prevent them from entering when the said borders are open? So why make that? I don't know if that deal should be good.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's totally that's a your prerogative thing. Like that's uh, it's a chip that I think he'd be interested in, but I'm by no means saying that that's something that you have to do.
I mean,
It's
we can be
an
very
option.
vague and say we want to go to the factory and get multiple soul coins, maybe 10 to 100 instead, and then if we leave it vague like that, but I think he already knows about the Una's
Yeah,
frag, so
not the
I
specific
don't know.
person. Knows that we
Right,
have a personal interest.
correct. So I don't know if we can
And that
just
might have
say
been my mistake.
don't know yet, or we could just say it. We don't have to say Una's name. We could say it's Kwazazaka Tenango. We're going for the soul coin of Kwazazaka Tenango, i.e., Una.
Roll a deception check.
Gets Lorelai.
I mean, I think of it before. I think that we're gonna have to, whenever we make a deal or write up a contract, I don't see how we would get away with not sharing the name at that point, but I don't think we should be
No.
sharing it at any point before then.
If we are talking about souls, there's also old fucking Shembril in my chest. Don't think that's probably a worse idea, to be fair. That's
I
a bad
mean,
idea. But
that's
it's an
pretty.
option if we're
I would
saying
rather give up
options.
Paraghost than
I don't
Zulshimber.
agree.
What are you hoping to use the Paraghost for?
I just don't want him potentially existing ever again. And if I'm going to be honest, some part of me kind of wants Fazul to exist again so I can again.
You know, you have a very odd sense of vengeance.
I know. I'm dealing with it.
Okay.
It's been like a week and a half.
Yeah, I know it's fresh, but maybe what we could do is at least get the soul trinkets appraised by that guy at the soul coin bank, so we have a little more information with which to like potentially make deals if that's something we want to bargain.
I'll say two things about the soul trinkets. One is that I do have two other soul trinkets that are not from the Paragos, and two, you just have to remember that they are not full souls, more just kind of a sliver of them.
Mhm.
So they're not going to be nearly as valuable as soul coins, I don't think. I think most of their benefits affect me or someone who has a question for them.
Okay.
I think soul coins require a contract.
I don't
Correct,
want to
Dia?
complicate the conversation anymore, but there's always the chance that the terms are not going to be ours to make. So we
I
have to
mean,
be ready to improvise as well. What if that's not what they want? What if they want something else that we're not even talking about?
there's always money.
There's always it could be money, it could be the death of someone on the material plane, it could be an assassination, it could be an assassination in the hells. There's just so many options.
I mean, that's one thing I would be super happy to do.
That would be preferable. Maybe that's something we can offer.
Well,
Yeah. We
he
are a great assassination team.
he does have,
Not enemy, will kill.
but he has issues with doubles, or he has dealings with
He
both.
he's I think he has
But
dealings with both, but he was
he's
he
really
devilish
concerned.
in
No,
nature?
he's neither. He's
He was
Switzerland.
neither. He was
Switzerland.
okay. Yeah, okay.
So,
He is the one he's benefiting like financially. Like they've got like a mutual benefit kind of
Middleman.
thing. Yeah, middleman thing
Okay.
going on. He's
so
good. He's interested in keeping the peace here. Doesn't care about the other stuff.
right.
So
What if one of the doubles owes him? Maybe we can just go down there and like rough him up, like kind of like
exactly,
you
that was
said with
kind of what I was
assassination.
saying.
Yeah, I
It's an
like that.
option. I want to be prepared for the event that we are not making the terms, which is I think
Sure.
a high possibility.
But it's good for us to at least know what things we have, what bargaining chips we are and are not willing to give, right? Like, it's good for me to know that Caleb does not want to bargain with the border stuff. It's good for, for us to know that, like, you're anti-selling the Paragost. And, those are important things for us to know before we go into negotiation is what we're willing to negotiate.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
that's anyone else have anything? It'll probably end up being improvisation, like it always is, but it's good to plan.
We can add infernal machines too. Say, hey, I need some. What do you call it? Infernal metal.
I
If
have
I
a feeling we
remember
might be willing to
correctly,
set aside one
Caleb,
of our souls.
Strahd has asked for an infernal machine itself, just for your own refresher.
I don't know exactly how expensive the thing we're asking for is, but it doesn't seem like that's big of a deal in the grand scheme of things, no?
It's not as particularly, no offense, Samaris, it doesn't sound like a particularly valuable
Yeah.
soul.
just in the when I'm saying that, I mean it in the grand scheme of the whole hells.
Yeah,
It's not
exactly.
like we're asking for a place among like the hierarchy of the hells. We're asking for a soul.
One soul coin, which is sold and bought all the time here, right?
That is my point. Yes.
She was talking about Una, right? Una Soul.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a soul.
Clarissa was just crossing her arms, and she's like, she heard that. Just so you know.
Well, it's a good
Oh.
point. What you guys just bought? How many souls in that place?
0.
Oh, I thought you guys bought souls. Oh,
They were
never
looking
mind.
at it.
You could have. You could have just bought souls.
One of
Yeah.
my ideas was to find an alive body and take it to him. Just start finding random people who have
Tell
done
me more about
nothing.
that plan.
Like, get all the bad people. You could try to scrounge them up alive, take them to the guy so we can get soul coins.
The guy at the bank?
Mm-hmm.
I thought the soul coins were made through deals.
And
Like
in
I
the
thought there had to be
factory.
dealings first.
Oh, I thought that they were made in
be.
the factory.
It's one way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's an option, but
All right, let's get our net on the ship. We're gonna start gathering up bodies.
Okay. I'm
That feels
unclear on
weird
this
to
plan,
me.
but alright.
but it's an option. It's all an option. We're
All options are
spitballing.
options is right.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we're
And always
spitballing. If
remember,
something doesn't
Got a
work,
plan
maybe the
A
next thing
through
will.
Z.
the options the option we don't pick is the option that's going to happen. So all these nice options that's happening,
Or we can do
Exactly.
all.
else.
Which is why we
It's
need to
gonna
be ready to
sideswipe
Do all
improvise.
the options.
And he's gonna point. I don't. Is Samaris a good talker?
He could be like, I just want
Not
to
the
swim.
most. If it's someone
Probably
she can
better than.
intimidate, yes. But yeah, her charisma mod is bonuses +1, but she has some proficiency and such.
Good talkers need to be in the lead, and the rest of us need to be waiting for things to go down.
You know,
And that's just kind of
to be
how
honest, I tried, but he was not interested nearly as much in me as he was in Caleb, Samaris, and Ishka. Which, hey, they're interesting people, but we might not have that luxury.
Ishka's got some nice charisma. She just
Mhm.
don't talk
Plus,
much.
he doesn't like the
Nice.
Raven Queen.
Mm-hmm.
And you should prepare for that Inquisition.
That is something that. Yeah, no, that could be what he goes for, and that's like I said, we need to be ready for that. So, what are you preparing, Ishka? What are you preparing to offer if that's the angle he goes for? The death of the Raven Queen? That's large.
I was
Can you act
just
against the Raven
thinking
Queen?
that. Or basically anyone powerful.
Wait a second.
Say that again?
Basically anything like anyone who's powerful, he would take more than just
So like a hit on a high cleric or paladin?
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about Sharon? You think that like Sharon would commission you to commission us to kill someone?
That's
Guy we just talked to? Is that what you're talking about, Ishka?
Essentially, yeah. Or you could just find basically to kill. Bring that powerful soul.
I think Ishka's specifically talking about the banker, just right, Lauren?
Oh,
Yeah, not necessarily Sharon. The
banker.
banker was
That's
like,
what we're talking about, right?
we're talking about a lot of things, to be fair. That's why I'm just like helping you all.
I'm kind of like
Thank you. I
just
thought
thinking
you were
about the banker.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Sharon, the guy who just came and questioned us, like the
Oh,
no. The host of the party and everything. Because I think he's more interested in a business deal. He wants to like open up a trade route or like establish some new, import export. I think that's his angle. And it's gonna
far
make
out
him
of
more
my
difficult.
purview.
Did he say he knew the Raven Queen? Like personally,
Hates the Raven Queen. Yeah.
Hate.
Right.
They do.
But
He said
does
that
he
they
know?
know each
He
other.
moored his boat.
He said that he
Right.
she made him forget his friend and then moored his boat because of it. So he can't remember who his friend was or the name of his friend, but
Right.
there's obviously
So
some confliction there.
so he knows that there's issue between Ishka and the Raven Queen.
Yeah.
So what if he's going to lean towards that, and if he gets, we have to get rid of the Raven Queen, what kind of deal does he want in return? So if he personally knows the Raven Queen, is he a deity himself?
I don't think he's far
Perhaps.
away.
So what if the deal is he goes after Ishka?
Well,
It's
what
like,
the deal
hey,
is, like, he helps Ishka destroy the Raven Queen.
right, but since she has the Raven Queen with the powers and everything, what if he's like, believe in me, another deal maker? You know how the last deal maker we had to deal with.
I don't know that my impression was that he's looking for worship. But I would not be surprised if he wanted to like subsume Ishka's talents and stuff. Like wanted like her loyalty or like to turn her against the Raven Queen because I think that that would give him this like sense of like pulling one over on the Raven Queen. Like coming out on top, something by like turning Ishka against her. I think that idea appeals to him. It looked like it appealed to him to turn one of the Raven Queen's own against her and have her, kind of tear her
Yeah.
down from the inside.
Yeah, that's
Of
what I'm
course,
afraid
if
of.
they do want us to kill a god, we need to ask for a whole lot more than one very precious and sentimental soul coin.
And I've already told him that we've killed a god already.
And he believed. He believed you. Unfortunately, he believed you, which could come very bad for us.
We can talk in circles about this all night, but I don't know
There's
about you. I
only
have an
one way to
outfit
find
pull.
out.
There's no reason trying to prepare what he might ask for, but we have talked about what we could ask for.
Yep,
Or
and what
what's-
we're not willing to give.
And yes, exactly. All right, I think that's all I have.
Lorelai spends the night arranging furniture and planning an outfit.
At
the
some
rest of this
point,
evening. Oh, sorry.
there's just a little flavor thing. I'm curious what Lauren thinks, or Lindsay. At some point during your like getting arranged, you hear a little rap at the door. Lady Lorelai, it's hello.
With a giant feather boa like around my neck.
Yes. It's funny you have that. It's when I was helping with your arrangements for everything, I wasn't peeking, mind you. When we were arranging everything, I noticed you have an exquisite collection.
Oh, you naughty, naughty boy. You
I'm
looked
just-
into things you shouldn't.
I didn't peek. The doors were there, and I saw that your wardrobe is absolutely fabulous.
Well, thank you.
Would you like to go shopping sometime?
Flattery will get you everywhere. Of course I would.
Frankly, not too many people on the show. You've seen the boy. You've seen the. I won't say cat.
Is that Archie?
The
Is Archie
warden.
the boy?
Yes.
Bastard.
Style on this ship is not very.
Oh, okay.
Listen, I've been trying my best to help where I can. But sometimes, it's like herding cats. It's just difficult.
Oh, please.
Lead a horse to water, but you can't. You can lead a person to a classy outfit, but you can't make them wear it.
But the manners also, Lady Lorelai. You've been a breath of fresh air, I have to say. They're driving me mad. I don't know if you know this. Once, they drove me to the point, and I'm sorry that I am going to admit to this in front of you, but you should know. They dragged me into a spitball war. I went mad. I built a cannon. Me and Lord Calum. They
Like
make me
clutches her imaginary pearls.
standards are falling on this ship, and I'm afraid that I myself am being pulled down with them. But also,
Don't you worry.
mhm.
With me on board, we'll get you back to tip-top shape in no time.
If you ever want to, how do I put this? Compare outfits, please let me know. And he kind of like, you get a sensation he likes dress up too, in his own way.
You
This-
hear on like the other end of the ship, like very faintly, Smash, where's the plunger? Fucked up the latrine again.
I do apologize, Samaris. I did cut you off, so I'm curious what you had to
Let me
say.
just
Mhm,
on that. I've got an in with the spy if we ever need it.
Look at you go.
Go ahead, Maris.
You're muted.
You're muted.
That's so nice with the video.
Yeah, I was just going to say that she takes the evening to unattune from the Jewel of Three Prayers and to attune to her new oath bow.
Ooh. BBG killer.
And does not respond when Archie calls for the plunger.
Max, it's overflowing.
Silence.
No pressure, but do you guys want to put together a mask for it? It's not a requirement. It's just a tradition, a local tradition.
Can we do like a paper mache craft night?
I had. So it's another masquerade ball?
Not necessarily masquerade. Some of the locals, and celebration is a celebration of the dead, celebrate ancestors. So it's normally just like an honorific for someone important in your family, whether recent or ancestral. That's the more interesting thing for me, right? You can say like, "Oh yeah, make this mask." It's like, "Ooh, who is it? Like who?" It's a moment for you if you wanted to like, kind of like, "Ooh, if I did that with my character, who could it be?" Or lack thereof, you know. No pressure though. It's just there if you want it.
I mean,
Pinterest.
Pinterest.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I really want to say Samaris makes like Tamsin mask because she's like her mentor, considers her.
Tamsin kind of is like,
to stare
she like
Archie
you
with.
leans in. She's just like, you realize I'm not dead, right? I hope this is not a bad portent.
I didn't realize that was a requirement. I'm gonna start over.
You did a great job. I am honored. You can keep it. I think that's actually very sweet.
Can we scare Archie together with it though? That was my other thought for it.
Absolutely. Actually, since I have a moment, I'd like to talk to you about question. Sorry, I need to find Tamsin's voice. She's not that like properly. I want to talk to you about question. You've been training her.
You could say that. Here and there when I've had time.
I've, been on the ship. I talked to her a bit, and she's mentioned you a lot. Do you think you've taken on an apprentice? And I think this might be an apprentice. And I do think there's like weight behind the words. She's not accusing you of anything. But like at one point, you could have been perhaps. I'm not defining that for you, but you could have been Tamsin's apprentice. So there's like, speaking of her, age and such too, like she's just kind of inquiring if you've officially declared. Question is perhaps in the same role that you may. Are you okay with
Same
that?
Torch.
With being
Yeah,
the
like
apprentice of
basically-
Tamsin at some point?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, she was definitely for a long time, although they didn't always get along, like, definitely Samaris's strongest mentor figure.
So is she your apprentice these days?
Well, she is kind of like bound to not do crime because of the organization she's a part of. So that's a sticking point. But like the night stuff, yeah.
That makes more sense. Whenever I spoke about some of the other arts and skills, she kept making claims about sneaking around a club, and I thought she was just being funny about it. She didn't really. I think she was embarrassed to speak that she has limitations like that. Curious. Well, I just hope you know that I approve if that's what you're looking to do. You've shown that you've surpassed anything I've ever taught you. And I hope you know that I'm very proud of you. And I want to say thank you for giving me another chance.
I could say the same to you.
I know we're getting sounds from what I overhear on occasion. Steps are being taken to rescue Una. I hope you know I feel as much responsibility of what happened as I'm sure you do. Well, I know you do. I would like to make it right also, so please let me know how I can help.
What happened was my fault. I know you feel responsibility, and I won't tell you how to feel, but I will say that it's going to take everyone's help. And after me, you're the one who, well, the only one who knows Una at all. So
I'll also not tell you how you to feel either. One day, perhaps you'll know that the responsibility lay on more than one's shoulders. We all played a part.
No, I know what you mean. And maybe one day I'll believe it.
Even if you do not believe it one day, know that I would still share your feelings, help you carry those feelings. Anyways, I would, once we get closer to the action with Una, I would like to be involved in however you best see fit. Just know it'll be very difficult for me to be on the sidelines.
I wouldn't imagine anything different. I mean, do you want to come to a party?
A party?
Might get some information about her there. I know you're not a big party animal or anything, but
I'm
boy
not.
Sometimes.
I did overhear the conversation you had with that gentleman. Very peculiar. He seemed to be fishing for something. I know he spoke of business arrangements, but my own insight roll. I don't know if he means ill, but there's still something there that he was not being forthright about. I would like to come. If you think that's all right with your friends.
I'll talk to them. Might have to convince Archie, but I think the rest of them will be okay with it.
We'll scare him into submission.
Perfect idea.
He can't say no if he's screaming bloody murder. Just let me know when you're ready, finished with the mask. She kind of steps away. Cool. All right. So, Caleb, who's that ancestor of? Which is kind of fair, considering though the teeth aren't very sharp. I'm imagining vampire-y.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be an ancestor, but I'm just giving you room here to put a label on it if you want to.
Yeah, DM's flavor.
You say DM's flavor. Do you want me to help you come up with something for like an ancestor, or you just want a mask? It's totally fine either way. It could be like an ancient, could be Nosferatu or whatever. Which the new trailer for that looked pretty sick, by the way, for those who haven't seen it.
Yeah, it does.
For the mask?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a mask there.
Oh, so this is the mask you're going for.
Ooh, face paint. What the fuck is this?
Cool. Do you, again, I'm only curious about narrative. Do you have any sort of narrative behind it? Or just go like, no, I'm just going to kind of keep it simple and just, it'll be a kind of a vagary of who it might have been. Could be simple. Okay, no worries. Anybody else have a mask they want to share? No pressure. People can describe them too.
You're muted. There you go.
I got one.
As how does like a former archlich who died like fall on like the spectrum of, would that be an appropriate person, or is that like pushing it a little bit because of like the whole undeady thing?
Nah, I mean, for Nate, who are we talking about?
So this is just like a very small little tidbit from Lorelai's backstory. So I don't know if everyone from Thursday knows this, but like
I don't remember
was
it.
actually born and raised in a brothel. Before she
What?
where she tricked her way up into the nobility. It's a great
We need
story.
to go to the scribe room right now.
We had a conversation in the room.
Yeah,
We all got together. We had a powwow.
Irritant, scribe room now. You said brothel?
Yeah, so the archlich part of it, even I don't remember this angle. I'm curious.
So this is really deep into like the Forgotten Realms wiki but I do my research for my background. So
Yeah.
there's an actual brothel in Waterdeep called the Blushing Mermaid, and it was a very high class brothel that was right on this ocean, and it was known for having like merfolk servers and like attracted the wealthiest clientele from all over like the Forgotten Realms, like that kind of thing. So I was like, perfect, super classy place. It was known for, there was and the proprietress was Lady Alethine Moonstar, an archlich, a leader of the Maids of the Midnight Moon, and a former matriarch of House Moonstar, who was the proprietress of this brothel. This was like her little business, and she used it as a way of like, she would use it as a way of like gathering secrets. Like she had like, so that's one of the reasons that Lorelai has like such a talent for eavesdropping, is like it developed really, really young, because she was like, as a very young serving girl, before she was even like, commissioned into like the real trade, she was like listening at keyholes, and like, people when they're pillow talk can be very, people are relaxed, their lips are looser, so we got a lot of secrets that way. And so what?
Pillow talk?
Lips are looser, sorry.
They are.
No.
Oh,
No.
Caleb's furiously writing down shit.
That's not
This
criticism.
is
That was just a great innuendo. Continue.
In more than one way. And
Continue.
think about it. We'll get into that. So
Oh, I
that's
get
one
it.
of the, so that's one of the reasons that she was like got, some of her earliest stealthy sneaky skills, right? Was like being was like to gather secrets for this like crazy like archlich, brothel madam, uh who was like just seemed like to a very young Lorelai like, oh my god, she's so cool.
So this doesn't matter to me, like, for this, like, mask, like, them being dead. So they're still alive. They're still, according to your
It depends,
narrative, which is
what
fine.
year
Like,
are we in? Nate,
usually
like,
we're around,
realistically.
like, 1490-ish or something like that.
Yes, she's dead at this point.
Okay. I mean, to let you know, you can mess with that timeline. If you want her to be alive, I change things all the time to fit narrative. And she's also a lich. She could have came back. So, no pressure.
Exactly.
You define it how
But
you want it
that's
to be.
Dead question mark. She's like dead question
Okay.
mark.
Yeah, gotcha. Perfect.
Dead.
Question.
Dead.
Love it.
So I just thought that would be a very appropriate person.
Heck yeah.
Because Lorelai doesn't know any of her ancestors.
Mhm.
She's not actually related to the Manthars.
Love it. All right. Anybody else want to share anything?
Caleb's looking like, what the fuck?
I've got.
Glad
Yeah,
we took
I've
this into
also got
describe.
an interesting one. Oh shit!
Yes.
Oh damn.
Whoa.
Whoever wants to, yeah.
Tamara says it's just a nod to her Fey ancestry as a wood elf.
Love it.
Reminds me of Groot in a
Mhm.
good way.
Oh, I found an even better Grooty one. Just
I
popped
am
in.
Samaris.
Oh god, that one's good.
That one's sick. It's like it'd be like I like that.
Looks like a dragon from Skyrim.
Wow.
Or one of the
Yeah,
dragons,
that has it has like the like yeah. Ishka, anything you would like to mention about yours?
It's
Nothing much. She just found this hidden in the back alley.
I'm not pushing you to this, but you've heard from Strahd that you are a reincarnation of a dragon. Do you think you would be inclined to embrace that in this moment, this Argynvost?
Yeah, she would actually.
Love it.
But she probably did find that mask in the alleyway.
Mm. Love it. Yeah, you just like, I'd imagine you did one of your magic tricks and you went running into an alleyway, like, ooh, what's this? Excellent. Anyone else?
yeah, that's funny. I actually
I
got
got these
one
ones.
from which one?
Well, for both characters.
Both of them. Right. Wait, for respect. Oh, I can tell which.
Plot twist, they're opposite.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, since Warden was going for this kind of, I actually have a mask from Payday 2 that came to mind. Duke.
Nice.
But what it's gonna be, since he's going for this like angelic fallen look, it's gonna be like this, but Phantom of the Opera style, where it's only half, and the exposed eye is going to be the glowing tiefling eye that he has.
Ooh, love it.
Interesting.
Does it represent anybody for you, particularly as Warden?
No, I think he just kind of latched onto this style. He's like, okay, we're going to a party where it's going to be very thematic, just based off of how it is, and he wants to look scary.
Love it. Any comments for yours, Archie?
Oh yeah. So yeah, Hiromi's is, I wanted to do like something like a little bit more elaborate, just because she's very basic, but I wanted this mask to be like that traditional Japanese style, but it's like where they have the faces on the side as well to kind of represent like the symbiotes inside of her.
Ooh, love it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you don't have a name or anything, but do you think it represents like an ancestry or a famous ancestor for her? You know, a famous house or clan?
I don't really have anything right now.
Well, I mean, like, you don't have to have a
Very
name. I'm
basic.
just thinking, like, do you think, like, it
Oh.
could be, like, oh, that could be, like, a warrior princess of
She was
vibe or something?
Well, she was mostly thinking about like the symbiotes like inside of her.
Yeah, so this is
like,
purely
they're
more
not
about the
quite alive.
symbiote. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And then
So I'm
Archie's
fine with
is
that.
like,
Oh, that's so cool.
Archie's is basically like he doesn't have any ancestors that obviously his parents he doesn't really know anything about, so he can only relate to werewolves. So he did like a white wolf to like represent himself, something that he had to.
I like to imagine Archie's also going to
Figuratively
wear
kill.
to one of those very like, I know people give him a lot of crap, and that's why I'm kind of bringing him as a joke of like the Howling Wolf shirt with the moon, like a little
Oh, yeah,
T-shirt,
yeah.
and a little graphic tee. Under
Totally have one of those shirts.
The button up with the big old graphic.
Oh, it's a
design.
part of the pack. Like,
Oh, yes.
Alpha.
Oh, yeah.
About Hiromi's mask, I just had this interpretation because she already has her own mask, right?
Yeah.
I just kind of had this
true.
interpretation of like it's a headdress that sits on top of the Oni mask and adds to it. Almost.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah,
how I was like, that's fucking cool.
Because we used to wear a mask. Like when I was reading stuff about ASMRs, they say that they usually tend to lean towards wearing masks to like hide their heritage and stuff. And I was like, okay, let's do that.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Did we miss anybody?
I forgot to say the vibes of the mask.
Ooh,
You know,
yes.
because it's from the Blushing Mermaid,
Mask
and that's kind of like the seascape was kind of where this like she grew up and where this came from. He's gonna do. Have you guys ever seen like the scary version of mermaids, right? Like not like the pretty ones with
Oh,
like
yeah,
the hip,
the-
but like the
Man
ones that are based
killers.
on like sharks,
Yeah.
like the real
Yeah.
man killers with like the
Mhm.
needle-like teeth, like that kind of thing. She's going along that route, like
Ooh,
really
love
like
it.
deep sea, scary, like
More like sirens. That's what it reminds
Yeah.
me of.
mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or like
Mhm.
anglerfish, the fucking
Man eaters.
I like to.
goblet sharks.
My projection is it's blushing, but it looks terrifying while it's blushing. No, it's exactly how you like want it to be.
terrifying beauty.
Love it. Love it.
Caleb stuff. Because finding out Strahd was, his father, his ancestry is kind of unknown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
other
1%.
than other than like Sir Patrick,
Sir Patrick's heritage goes back to 1,000 years in Baldur's Gate. You know exactly which one, and you might be even related to Baldwin himself. Or, love it.
But yeah, keeping with the dead. I think for the because of the unknown, I think he just keeps his face painted.
Yeah,
That one.
it's kind of like almost like a representation of the unknown of your heritage, like
yeah.
the dead that you cannot name, or those who came before. Cool, love it.
Plus, I didn't know what you were asking earlier.
Yeah,
Wasn't understanding. I was like,
no worries.
What do you want? You want me to? Oh, that's why I said.
Tell me who it is. Tell me who the mask is. Excellent. Anything else anybody would like to add? So we could slide into a time jump towards the party. Anything anybody want to do? Because that would be like the next day, quote unquote. So you do have time to do something. I would say
Ask if people wanted to get those souls appraised. Just for the information it might tell us, even if we don't do anything with them.
Warden's a little scared of doing that.
Well, what are you
Get
being
that?
scared about?
I
We're just in the river of dead. That's all.
It's not. It's also like think about it. This isn't as special to them as it is to us, right? This is unusual for us. This is not unusual
about
for them. Deal with it like souls.
it just as a
let's
just to
make
be
it
clear
quick.
for everyone's remembering, she's talking about the Paragos souls, right? And so
Paragos
taking
souls.
those to get
And
Um,
Fizzle, which is
Anfazul and getting those appraised at the banker.
Yeah.
I think that's
Oh, wow.
also a lot of Samaris's call too, because those are technically like
Yeah.
hers. So
Yeah. So that's why
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
like.
Um,
on
Yeah,
couple days,
and
just
there's
I'll do
two
it.
other random ones from
Mhm.
that she doesn't. From
Alright,
other
we already
entities.
role played this. We could.
yeah, are you?
Um,
yeah,
she leaves it up to the group. She's okay either way.
Yeah.
Any hard detractors of appraisal? Going once, going twice. Ooh, these are very fine. Very fine
Yeah.
indeed.
And we don't need to RP it because I don't.
I
want to
know,
take
but
long.
I'm also just RPing it out for easy information because there will be a few of the different ones here. Let's see, where's the Paraghost ones? There's 5. These are peculiar. Well, these are part of a set. Oh, okay. Because they seem to be a bit of fractions of each other, but also wholes. I like to imagine this guy's got a little, like, strange little, like, jeweling appraising thing, but it's for looking at souls. So he's, like, looking at, like, the little trinkets that you've set out. Now, these are, not completely intact, but as one piece. This is very interesting. There's a lot of power brimming. We could do 120,000 gold for these. And you already have the souls here, so no contracts required. Then searching process would be very easy. And then, so he offers 120 for the total of all the Paragon souls. And then, Warden, you're just like, chest open. He's like, kind of looking at your chest and like, with this like, ooh, you all do barter such interesting things. There's a lot of power here. I would be saying that for this one soul, 150,000. This is a fine find.
Powerful soul.
And he also then teases all of you all with like, I would make a contract with all of you for over 100,000 gold. Easy. Just think about it. And that's the appraisal.
Oh, thanks for the information.
Okay. All right, so it's been appraised. Anything else?
Yeah, just a question. On the invitation, does it say anything about weaponry?
It does not.
No? Okay.
All right.
Also on the equipment front, we don't have to get too deep into the RP of it all, but Samaris would bring the Jewel of 3 Prayers to the group and see who is interested in taking it.
You said Caleb, right? If Caleb wants it.
Yeah, really anyone.
Of course, he's gone.
Oh,
Great timing. Oh, do you want the 3 prayers? What, a jewel? Ring?
Yeah, Jewel of 3 Prayers.
Necklace.
it's technically a necklace, yeah.
Armband?
It's technically a vestige of divergence, one of the most powerful items in the game.
I mean, it's super cool, but
Yeah, it's strong.
really strong.
You guys are running into the whole like that's the double-edged sword of you all being able to pick out exactly what you want, right? In some of those scenarios, you optimize so well, so it's like this is so cool, but
Yeah.
I mean, I do have room for it.
Yeah, I think you should take
Man,
it.
I would do it because how much is it? It's like
It's
a
like
+3 to your AC.
Plus 3
and like
to your AC. You can
teleportation.
teleport. You can make
Yeah,
people
there's
roll stuff. It's
a
good.
whole bunch of
Visibility.
shit.
Especially if you don't. I don't think wizards have very good bonus action economy, and it gives you some bonus action stuff. So
Yeah, the bonus action to teleport and then do 4d10 radiant damage is pretty great. AC bonus. Helping creatures who fail saving throws as a
I
reaction.
mean, a plus 3 AC
Ending.
bonus for a wizard would just be worth taking by itself for just one attempt
Yes.
slot.
Yeah. Oh, and you can expend one of the jewels charges to end grappled, paralyzed, or restrained on yourself. Yeah.
you want to take it, Charlie?
Yeah. Here's if you want it.
And are we
Yeah.
getting a long rest before this? I'm assuming.
Yeah, 1%.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I kind of
Cool.
took
Okay.
it.
I'll take it. I'll use it.
Caleb takes it.
I think let me see.
As soon as everyone gets off the ship, Caleb hops back on. Ha, suckers!
Sails off. You just leave, and the bastard.
That was the bad guy all along.
I'm sorry, I forgot. Did I sell the Gem of Seeing? I feel like I sold it.
You
Probably.
did, and I sold the Ion Stone of Reserve.
Okay, I was looking at it. I couldn't remember if I had sold that.
How much did we steal from that guy? I don't think I added that to my inventory.
I could not tell you the number.
It was like
It was very much just in the
100
moment.
platinum or something like
It
that.
was a lot of platinum, for sure.
Yeah.
I think it was like 500,000 platinum.
I think it was.
I think 300 platinum sounds right, because I think it was like, man, that translates to 30,000. That's a lot.
I'm gonna
So I split
unattuned
that with
have
Samaris.
greater
So
Or
you get
influence.
no,
150
three
platinum.
300 platinum is
150
3,000.
platinum?
That's 3,000, right? Am I crazy? I don't remember the
Yes.
exchange now of platinum.
It's 3,000 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, 150
not-
platinum each.
Oh, you're talking about the guy you pickpocketed?
Yeah.
Because there was the pickpocket, but then you also grabbed coinage off of the dead general when he died. And I don't remember how much that was either.
Yes, I did. I did do that.
I think that was the 300 platinum. I think. Well, maybe not. I don't remember. It's all running together. While we figure that out, though, I'm going to say let's go ahead and
How
take it.
about later? I'll go
Yeah.
back and
We're going to take a 10-minute break
thought.
and then come back to you all arriving to
Cool.
Le Chateau.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah, 34 after the hour. Do a full 10 minutes.
Troll Super.
blame it all on me.
All right.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh man, that's cool.
Whoa.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, you
Ooh,
got the map.
holy moly. Whoa. Who the fuck is
Holy
this?
shit.
Who's
Cool as
this?
shit.
Oh,
If we had them both.
Samaris has that? Samaris-
Yeah,
There's-
she holds it out.
All right.
Mm.
Thank you. Way over there.
Oh. Aw. Little ghostly notes floating around.
Yep.
Oh, I know what kind of party this is.
Mhm. It's Keelam's type of party.
Oh my god.
That's a
I
nice
mean,
ass
you're the
over
one who
there.
put the token down.
Yep.
go to the bar.
Yeah, shall we get some drinks?
Yep. And I. Yes, we are. What's your specialty? I will. No, I think your
Okay.
special sounds delightful.
Make that 2.
Uh, um, oh shit. Okay, Boneyard special. Let's do something like a White Russian themed, but
Ah.
instead of like cream, it'll use like a little bit of bone marrow in it.
Gross.
Boom.
Okay. Okay.
Bartender brain.
White Russian. Yep.
Yes, please.
Bone marrow is quite creamy and fatty.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cream, yeah.
Unctuous.
I am unsettled.
It's unctuous.
Unctuous.
Oh, for the
Unctuous.
bone marrow? Well, I mean, bone marrow, it's, yeah, usually, like Lindsay said, it makes it a little bit more, to me, it's like a little bit, salty, savory.
It's
That's why
very
you make a
savory.
lot of, like, stocks and broths out of bone marrow. So it's got, like, a little bit of a little saltiness to it, but it's got that,
Yeah. Made with
Uh-huh.
bone marrow butter.
yeah,
Mhm.
it just, we'll just say it makes the cream, like, a little bit richer.
Sweet and
Yeah.
salty.
Very rich.
Yep. You should like it, Warden.
Sorry, I'm on the job. He ignores him.
Where's the cat doesn't want a frog leg?
Warden, don't be rude.
Hiromi's eyes like kind of overtake all black, and her mouth opens up, doesn't quite look human, and then before she scarfs it down. Oh yeah. Akumu's like another.
Mhm.
Boil, like a crab boil.
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 Yes.
Yeah.
Boil. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Definitely want to try some of that.
Last time
Oh,
I
yeah.
had crab, I got beaten up by its penis.
Okay, I'm gonna not ask about that story.
The nether deep is a scary place. We don't talk about it.
Yep.
I always try the local delicacy. Gator? Love gator. Tender as can be. Oh, I would love to hear the story of how this one was caught. Yes. Sounds wonderful. Thank you. Who, so who around here looks like the most, if I were to wander around while drinking my drink, who looks to be the movers and shakers? Hmm? '26. Investigation. Yeah. Oh, it's still going on. Interesting. Yeah, she's particularly keeping an ear out for anyone who's talking about trade, business, soul coins, like any of those like kind of trigger words. That's what she's, keeping an ear out for. And then perfect. Of course it is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't want to go over there. I'm not going over there.
She was gonna relay that information to everyone, subtly via like a couple messages or something.
Jabba the Hutt.
People feature.
Oh, goody.
No. Wow.
Jesus Christ.
That was honestly though gross as hell, but like the voice very well done on the voice. Very
Very
visceral
creepy.
reaction.
Yeah.
Hey, we only care about the result, not the method.
Yep.
You guys want me to talk to the big guy?
Fuck no. I don't think any of us should talk to him. Look at him. He's gonna eat any of us.
I'll bring Warden.
What?
I think Caleb wants to talk to him.
Oh no.
Told you.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, we need a signal like we used to have at frat parties, Lindsay.
I
You
know.
know. Get me the hell out of here.
Oh, this would be so funny.
You know what? Lorelai's willing to do a lot of things for the team. She's willing to sleep with a lot of people.
For some
Don't
reason,
lay
I
at yourself.
was
Line has
about
been
to say
found.
pillow talk. I was
Listen,
about to
bro.
say.
We
You're gonna
we
pillow
can
talk?
always
Did you
back
say
out.
sleep with?
Who's sleeping with who?
Did you say sleep with? She's willing to sleep with a lot of
no.
people?
Pillow
Yes,
talk, yes.
Lorelai is willing to sleep with a lot of people for the good of the team.
Well,
She's
yeah, so
found
I
the
mean,
line.
this one?
Maybe.
No, she's found the line. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
This is
Oh.
No, yeah. I'm going deep.
Yeah. that's
I'm
what I
going
heard.
deep.
Does, so
Yeah,
That
does
big
anybody
guy,
look like they're
pillow
going
talk.
to approach?
past
Yeah,
the
pillow
limit.
Dude, it's
Okay,
just
okay.
like Fat Bastard when she has to plant like the tracker in his butt. That's what you're gonna have to do.
Get in my belly.
Does
God.
anybody look like they're going to approach this individual?
I was heading
Fuck
towards
If
there.
no one
no.
else wants to, I will.
The big guy?
What'd you say?
Oh, I
Your
was
homie
heading-
can go as bodyguard or just like back up if
Yeah.
you need.
Oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
We can
cast
be there to
guidance
listen.
on Lorelai and then follow her over if she's going there,
Thank you.
and sort of loom.
She's gonna pass by until she catches his eye again.
Oh, we could sit at this table.
Yes, actually. I just wanted to compliment you on and she's gonna find some part of his ostentatious outfit, maybe like the scepter and like the color of those topaz jewels really offsets the lining of your jacket there. Really well done. I know a good taste when I see it. I'm sorry, what the fuck?
Damn, he called you a worm?
Yeah.
Oh, look who's talking, fat ass. Okay, this is why I shouldn't be over there.
I
that was
had
your
no dealings
friend?
with it.
Yeah. Oh, was that your friend? No, you
Damn.
mistake what happened. Nothing against you or your people. He was simply being unconscionably rude to one of my dearest friends, and some things.
There's just flakes of saliva all over you guys.
I'm gonna.
Mastiff.
And he's huge too, so that's like a handful of spit.
But no, not. He was rude. My friend took exception. They got into an argument, and then your comrade escalated things to a degree from which we could no longer back down. Once he started trying to kill us, you see, there's only so many things you can do. We did try a peaceful solution. Yes, I tried to defuse. Of course. What? Unfortunately, Fortunately, by the time I got there, the brawl was well underway. I would welcome.
Mm.
As I said, I wasn't there. I can only trust your word and the word of your informants. I have no reason to distrust what you say.
I'm gonna look to Lorelai for confirmation. Like to speak, like
You can go for it, man. It's not like I'm making any headway.
oh, I can't. I think that the punch from a fledgling mortal is not comparable of a full fleet of attacks from a high devil.
Well, then
Yes.
it sounds like what you are getting at might be that as a collection of powerful individuals, despite whether we are worms or not to you, is that a group that you're really so eager to make into an enemy before you've tried to get to know them? Or what they can do for you? What we could do for each other? I actually couldn't understand what that last like three words were. I'm sorry. Why do you ask? Seems quite the leap.
But
We
his
can
blood was no
wait.
warm.
You are again taking what a feud that occurred in an isolated incident and uh, giving it too much credit. That fight was very unfortunate, but not something that was planned, or nor did we have any motivation prior to him, uh, prior to that incident, in hurting anybody. Doesn't mean that on occasion. Oh, I think that's quite in our wheelhouse, but that very much depends on who's asking, why, and for what price. We are always open to negotiation. Morai sighs and reluctantly gives them their name. Well, I was giving the name of the Misfits to Morai. You. What other languages do you speak?
Jesus Christ.
I do.
Yeah, yep. I hate this guy. Any Fantasy speaks Undercommon or Elvish. I would love to see what his reaction is to Warden's. Warden, don't you speak? Oh, you speak Abyssal, not Infernal,
I
right?
speak everything.
You should totally respond to him.
Sure.
Lorelai nudges you when he speaks.
looking. We're looking for specific soul coins, especially where the lieutenant. What's his name?
It's at the Soul Coin factory, right? That the lieutenant runs. We
Oh,
we've heard
the
tell of
brim
a.
hold. The brimstone hold.
We are seeking.
Yeah, I'm
It is, yeah.
going up. I'm scrolling up.
Yeah. We're seeking a particular soul coin on behalf of an interested party, and we've heard it's held at Brimstone Hall. You're not there.
Well, there's no factory here to make the loopy nuggets.
Oh, no.
Well, you're asking for quite a lot more than what we're asking right now.
What more are you talking about? Can I insight check when he does that? Rock here? I just wanted to insight check this guy. Obviously, I don't need an inside check to know that he considered us dirt beneath his feet. But like, is he negotiating in good faith, right? Or is that the vibe I get from him?
While we're pausing to roll, and you don't have to answer this right now, can I also, Samaris is like skulking in a corner and just kind of observing. Can she roll like perception or something to see if anyone is taking an interest in this conversation from afar?
So one more thing, does guidance affect that?
Yeah, you did.
I did before we went over. I cast it
The
before
minute.
we went to talk. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Did.
No, that's okay.
Okay. It is a 24 total.
$22.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Noted.
This directed at Ishka, Hiromi, Warden, and Archie, right? No, not Samaris. Okay, not yeah. I mixed it up.
What was the last thing he said? I think we don't have something about connections. With him? I mean, it
Big guy.
seems like my friends are doing a pretty good job connecting.
Wrong one.
Any other interesting connections here? I'm sure everyone has an interest. I don't think you'd invite someone uninteresting to your party. What I'm asking is a helpful connection. What did you say his name was? Yeah, what can you tell me about him? You as well. Also, these cocktails slap. Whoever you hired, great job.
I wonder what kind of bone marrow they put in those.
Probably werewolf.
That's what I was about to
Yeah.
say.
Figuratively werewolf.
Mhm. Mm. Mm.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go see this.
Early.
Get away from me!
No fresh nookie nuggets.
No.
Put the lotion on the skin.
Oh no.
Change? What's that? Haps baba. Oh, whoa.
Whoa, that's cool.
Okay.
Ooh, creepy.
I would definitely join in.
That was pretty good.
Meanwhile, I was gonna make a stupid joke that she was singing Goblin. Didn't you say that in your like world, like goblins speak French? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
It's a very
Yep.
romantic language. Oh
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. No, that makes sense.
Dang.
Mhm.
It is.
No, that
That
was
was
sick.
That was good.
Sentimental.
that was super cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, that whole scene was
just
amazing.
I'm just gonna move this token up here though.
Whoa, 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 Archie.
Yeah, it was
No,
nice.
that was uncomfortable the whole time.
No.
I was like, he's behind me, isn't he? Oh fuck. Okay.
This party needs more old people.
Is it
Yep,
am I
yep.
using smelling or hearing? Because I smell him. Okay. Oh damn. 23. God. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
She's distracting herself from her feelings by scaring the shit out of Archie.
Yep. Uh-huh. Archie's always the scapegoat.
Good night, everyone. Thank you so much. That was
Yes.
a
All
good
right, good
Yeah.
session.
night.
Good night.
Oh,
Woo. Okay.
Oh.
all right.
Good night,
Yes.
everybody.
GG.
Good
Yeah.
night.
Good
Good
night,
night.
guys.
Nah.
All right.
Good night.
Nah.